Welcome back, everyone, to Pugmire Pioneer Puppers, episode 37.
Oh shit. Wait, we're at 37?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Man, so weird, almost being out of our 30s.
Technically, we're at episode 40 if you count the Pugmas special.
I feel like those count.
Wow. I am amazed.
I mean,
I
they
am very
do count.
amazed.
They do count. They are canon.
Or just a jump forward.
Yeah, it's just a jump forward.
Lord.
So, since we did not get to it last time, I have adapted, and we will jump right in to where we were. The feat has been over for a few days now. The cleanup is still ongoing.
Oh.
Parties happen, and
They do happen.
big parties that last for multiple days have lots of cleanup.
Yeah.
Honestly, parties that happen for only a single day have a lot of cleanup. I can't even imagine the amount of cleanup that they have.
Right? So, yes, during the events of the feat last time, Echo had received a letter inviting him to visit the lab of Laborator. So, in joining the party and kind of being his normal self, we will say that during the events of the after party and cleanup, he would come forward and present the letter to whoever was nearest to him.
So I guess that begs the question.
Who are you handing off the letter to? Just roll a d4. But d3, sorry. Because you don't count on this one.
There is no D3.
I know, but roll 20 will do one. Just /r space d3. Okay, so it looks like he hands it to Rosabella.
Ooh.
Nope. Give me a second.
Probably because Bayo would be... Well, Alexandria and Bayo would be... Bayo absolutely would be buried in paperwork at this point in time, and Alexandria probably has some paperwork to clean up. More so for fines and regionals for the commoner's feet.
Oh wait, I have a bunch of fines for the commoner's feet?
A few. You were responsible.
Oh no.
R.I.P. Alexandria!
R.I.P. the family budget.
It's not that much. It's mostly like drunken disorderly conduct and some people getting a little bit too loose with their drinking and things of that nature.
Oh no. Understood though.
Yeah, you're
Something
basically
about a
just paying to
chicken
clean
or
up.
something about some bird, going crazy with some drinks. Oh wait, no, that hasn't happened yet.
Lord.
So, yes.
It hasn't happened yet. So
Echo
never mind.
hands
So if Echo hands Rosabella the letter, I'm sure she would read it over and probably look at him and be like, "Okay, I mean, do what you gotta do."
Yeah. It is written in it is an open-ended invitation. It was just delivered to Echo specifically, but it is written in a very fine but messy script that makes a Pomeranian's penmanship, which is usually tiny because of the smaller paws, look massive.
So you're saying Rosabella had you squint?
Yes.
So is this just for him to go?
No, it
Or
is
is
an
it-
open-ended invitation.
Okay.
It does say that he can come alone or bring his friends, but most generally it's just an open-ended invitation.
Okay, I think Rosabella would kind of look at him and raise an eyebrow and probably be like, "Do you want me to come with you?"
Sure.
Okay. Then I'll go alert Alexandria. She probably is going to be stuck for a while. And I'll meet back with you. Or we could both go. Whichever you want. And I think Rosabella would just kind of, with giving that invitation, would probably start walking towards Alexandria's office.
I do like to imagine as you're coming up, you just hear Alexandria just, how did they get even into this much trouble over a matter of a few days? Just like I'm talking to Sebastian, who's just standing so patiently.
And this one here is for cleaning the cistern after several drunken revelers decided to use it as a latrine.
Right, I feel like we should be making a decent donation to the sisters.
No, cistern, as in the city's water supply.
Oh my god.
Okay, so next what Alexandria just said, I think her eyes just immediately snap up to Sebastian and she's just, they did not.
They did. The Church of Man was close enough to clean it out with their magics, but there was still some, cleaning supplies needed to be brought in, and it did have to be closed for a few days.
Right. Oh, Sebastian, I understand that it was important for our family relations, but I am already regretting hosting it.
Well, the people that perpetrated this have been properly arrested, but we did say we would be responsible for any misconduct. So basically, we get the bill for cleaning up.
Fair enough. And she'll just kind of sign it. I imagine she's like signing off on it as like Rosabella's coming in.
I imagine Rosabella heard that whole part and just walks it, like peeks her head in and kind of knocks a little bit and just, that sounded disgusting.
Right. You would think the dogs would have better manners.
I guess that's what we get for thinking, huh?
Fair enough. What can I help you
Anyways.
with?
Well, Echo came to me with this letter. She hands it over to Alexandria. I'm gonna be heading off with him, alright?
Alexandria will kind of take it and quickly like glance over it, kind of look up and raise a brow and just, all right, just be safe.
I will. I mean, it's me. What do you think?
Rosabella, do you want an honest answer to that?
That I can handle myself properly and
I know that you can handle yourself properly. You also have a habit, in my opinion, of attracting danger. Equal to my own, but...
you know, I'm not the one who attracts danger too often. I don't know what you're talking about. She'd look over at Sebastian just like, I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, he just does the looks up and whistles thing as best as he could, because dogs don't really whistle too well.
I could see her smiling and just shaking her head and just rolling her eyes at him and then turning back to Alexandria and I just wanted to alert you, that way you don't come looking for us and start a panic.
I appreciate it. I'll be here if you need me. Just send word.
Yeah, I got it.
She'll give her like a little smile and kind of return to the paperwork.
As Rosabella starts to leave, she kind of walks over to Sebastian and just make sure she does rest, okay? She will keep working. Something her sister and herself have in common.
I am well aware.
Can Alexandria hear her is the real question.
I mean, within the same room, yeah, probably.
Her little ear just immediately goes forward and she just, Bayo has far more of a problem than I do.
I just said that you have similarities, I didn't say that you were worse than your sister. Your sister is indeed addicted to work. So
Absolutely. And I'll have you know, get
she's
my
gonna
work done
be
in the
look.
time.
Just so you know, Rosabella's staring at Alexandria with her hands on her hips and just kind of cocking her head to the side with her signature raised eyebrow, and just kind of like go on.
I think Alexandria just like looks up, catches that look, and just immediately. I'm going to bite my own tongue. Have a lovely time.
Smart. Love you.
Love
As she
you.
waves and heads out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The directions on the letter are to an old, abandoned shrine at the edge of town.
Rosabella's gonna look at Echo and just kind of, just, this seems kind of sketchy. Like this seems sketchy, right? I'm not the only one thinking this. That it seems weird. Is this normal? As she's like making sure all of her like equipment is on.
So, Echo, give me a no arcana roll, and Rosabella, give me a no culture roll. So this is for information about the cult of Laborator.
This is probably not gonna be good, but let's go.
Okay. Yeah, Rosabella, you barely know anything about them. You've heard of them, and that's about it.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. She's had other things to worry about.
Yeah, quite a lot. Echo, you know quite a bit more about them. Let me actually pull them up.
I just wanted to know, okay?
Yeah, you know quite a bit about them as well.
You pan to Brianna. You know, her eyes, I want to think at this point, are just glowing. Right? As she's like, she's not directly staring at one piece of paper, but it's like she's looking at 50 at one time.
Oh, absolutely.
And there off in the corner is Anya.
Yep. So the cult of Laborator are, the best way to say it is they are mutated rats that have made a secretive religion because they are, through their history, they are defined as the descendants of the lab rats of man, who work valiantly aside man to perform and expand the knowledge of science.
I don't know why, but I just really don't like that.
They are literally lab rats.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So,
Isabella's gonna be on edge this entire time, just so y'all know.
as you reach this shrine, there is a few seconds pass as you reach it, and then a panel of stone slides down, revealing a stairwell that spirals into the ground.
I really, really don't like this. You are lucky that I care for you. As Isabella points to Echo, and it's just like,
Alright,
This-
as you descend the stairs, saying this to Echo, this is what you see. Are you on the map? It should have pulled you over.
Yeah, your voice cut out.
Oh, as you descend the stairs while Rosabella is saying this to you, Echo, this is what you see. There is a large metal sign with a chalk scrawl on it in as large letters as can be made that says Lab 01. It is a dilapidated and very weather-beaten building underground that is mostly made of concrete and metal. There are rats scurrying from corner to corner carrying boxes and papers. There are piles of bones, mostly human but also rat and dog, littering the area. There are two large terrariums, one holding a set of bears that look odd. They don't look like regular bears. Another holding boars that also do not look like normal boars. And one that is missing a front pane of glass and pouring out a white fog has what looks to be a full plate of armor hanging out of it. So that is the first impression as you enter the lab.
I'm sorry, my audio has been kind of janky.
Okay.
Here.
You want to switch back over to your computer, or
I don't know.
is it
No,
my
I'm
mic
on my
doing
computer, which is why it's weird.
it? Is it my mic doing it?
Well, no, because it's all in the music.
I can stop the music.
I think it's because my computer was trying to load the map for a second there, and
Yep.
I didn't realize how
the fog
big it
is
was.
animated.
Plus,
The
Yeah.
fog is animated. If you want me
I
to
think-
stop it, I can.
Yeah, I think the animation is killing my computer.
Okay, give me a second and I'll fix that. Okay, is that better?
give it just a moment because it's still showing on me. So,
Okay.
oh wait, no, you're coming through pretty good. Hold on.
Okay.
Keep talking for a second.
Yeah, I stopped the animation. It takes about 3 clicks to do so.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that must have been what it was because like everything was like getting like that's how it sounded.
Yep, sometimes
Yeah.
animations are annoying, but they look
I guess
nice.
because the last time we had animation, I was using my phone, so
That might have been it.
Discord
Yeah.
wasn't really messed with. Okay, sorry guys. That was just I was hearing what was being said, but in very choppy ways.
All right, so I
And I didn't know if it
I
was
will
actually-
restart from the beginning then. All right, as you
I'm
descend
so
the stairs.
sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Technical difficulties happen. As you
Because I
descend
heard
the
we were
stairs.
descending the stairway.
Yep.
But
As you
I didn't
descend
hear
the
what-
stairs, you are first faced with a large metal sign that has scrawled in chalk in legible and large letters, as large as can be made by a rat, Lab 01. As you descend farther, you see a dilapidated building underground made primarily of concrete and metal. There are rats skittering here and there carrying paperwork, books, and other miscellaneous items, as well as the floor is littered with skeletons of humans, rats, and dogs. There are also prominently in the middle of the floor 3 large terrariums. One that has a pair of bears that do not look like normal bears. They look mutated and maladjusted. The other has a set of boars that also look mutated and maladjusted. And the third is broken open with what looks to be a suit of full plate hanging out of it and a cloud of white fog rolling from the broken pane of glass.
Hmm. Well, um, is it okay if I have Rosabella do a notice check to like? I don't even know what I'd be noticing. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Rosabella just does not feel right. Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You can do a general notice check just to see if anything piques your interest.
Okay. Because she just gets the heebie-jeebies. Okay, she's
Oh,
getting the
I
heebie-jeebies.
absolutely understand it. Oh yeah, no, so
Jesus Christ. Okay.
yeah, Rosabella, it's just freaking you out. Echo. First thing you notice, there is a rat, a white rat with red eyes, waving a baton around, casting some sort of magic and squeaking in the rat language, and he is directing all the other rats. They do not seem to have noticed you yet because they are in their own scurry, but actually give me a know nature check as well for your notice. Okay, that's not bad at all. Um from your knowledge of the way the world works and the nature of things, they have been experimenting on these animals in here, and you're not sure what they've done, but they have been messing with things that probably shouldn't have been messed with. Also, what you notice is while you're underground, there are lights on the ceiling that are working. Actual underground lights. There's power in here.
Well, like that is definitely something Rosabella would also probably notice because I mean that's an obvious
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it's kind of hard to notice because there are also like just giant gaping holes in the ceiling.
Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, we'll just go with Rosabella being creeped out. That's just how we're gonna be. Like Rosabella's gonna shift closer to Echo just to kind of like be around him. I don't know if Rosabella would actually like grab onto him too, like just like a gentle like whenever somebody just pinches a little bit of somebody's clothing
Yeah,
to just kind of stay next to them. I think Rosabella might do that a little bit, just because
Rosabella's
she's just
having an
like
eep moment.
she's eeping out, man.
So, as you finally make it to the bottom of the steps and land on the floor, the white the pure white rat with red eyes finally notices you and scurries over. I don't have a model for him unfortunately because
Fair enough.
they have removed a lot of the tokens that are available to DMs anymore. But he will scurry over and welcome, welcome. Thank you for visiting our humble lab. Are you here for what is the red?
Huh?
What's with the circle?
Right.
Oh no, he's right here in front of you. I just don't have a white one. That's just distracting. But yeah, welcome, welcome. We had to be kind of well vague in our letter to you, but we would like to take a sample of your fur, a little bit of your blood, maybe some nail clippings, and possibly see if we can do some things with it. And in exchange, we would be willing to help you in your endeavors.
Oh. Rosabella's just gonna look over at Echo and just kind of like look at the rat, look at Echo, look at the rat, look at Echo again, just like, did I just hear that? Because he's just asking Echo, right?
Yeah, he is talking to both of you. I mean, he's just talking in general. He doesn't care who shows up. They just wanted things to experiment on.
Hmm.
So, Echo, you can answer, or you can let Rosabella answer, or you can talk to each other and figure things out.
Mm.
Hello?
Yes.
You gotta talk, kiddo.
Yeah. I was looking in the spell book.
Ah, okay. What are you trying to figure out?
I was seeing if there were just any like spells I could use on myself.
Ah,
Um, Rosabella's gonna roll a sense motive.
go right ahead.
Like, I mean, God, please let this be an okay roll. Like, it might not mean anything, but just let it be an okay roll.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, they are sketchy as fuck.
There, what?
They are sketchy as fuck.
Oh, Rosabella's just gonna.
I mean, you see
What?
the mutant boars and the mutant bears?
She's just gonna kind of look at him and just. And what kind of experiments are you planning to do?
Oh, you know, this and that. Uh, he starts speaking in what to you would be gibberish. But uh, so, oh, a bit of this, a bit of that, just a little bit of gene manipulation, a bit of RNA replacement. Maybe see how well a clone of you works inside of the living armor.
No. Okay. See, I understand. Science, beautiful. Yeah, great. I'm not by any means, so I'm not going to lie and say I understand this. Okay, but I do understand that cloning does not seem like a good idea
I mean,
because I
there's.
don't want another me going around.
Well, would you like to wear the living armor?
No.
He cocks his head to the side. No.
She just kind of. Why would I want to?
For science, of course.
Again, I told you I don't truly understand science, so that excuse does not work on me. So you're either going to have to figure out how to make me understand that in a way that is, we'll say this. I'm not dumb, but simplify it.
Mm. Ah, one moment. He will actually turn around and scurry off. You do lose sight of him as he turns the corner, but you do hear a among other things, rustling and loud squeaking. Eventually, he comes back about 5-10 minutes later, and he is carrying in his little paws, his little hands, what looks to be a laurel wreath. And he hands it to you and says, "Put it on your head."
Put it on her head.
Yes.
She. Mm. Oh. Gah!
Um, he doesn't seem like he's trying to hurt you. I mean, besides being sketchy as fuck and clearly mad scientists, he doesn't seem to have any malicious intent in what he's handing you.
Helen, I don't
Yes.
know if this will be a thing that I can do, but I'm gonna roll a d20. Okay?
Yep.
You decide. You decide whether, like, from 1 to 10 is something, from 11 to 20 is something. Okay?
Okay.
Once she puts it on, once she doesn't.
Okay.
I don't know which will be, but you just let me know. Okay?
Yep. Okay. We will go with the high-low percentage. So low, you're not really picking up any negatives to it. He literally just
So she'll
showed
put
up
it
with a hat. Yep.
Okay. Then she'll put it on because that's how fate decided.
Boost your intelligence stat by 4 points.
What?
Oh shit!
Hold on. Okay, so how do I do that?
Go in.
Do you need me to do it, love?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Go into your character sheet and where your intelligence is.
I'm doing it for her.
I'm just telling her for next time. The little
Oh,
letters.
where it says the.
Mhm.
Okay, it's the little one. The little one
Yeah.
gets boosted. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said by
okay.
4, right, Talon?
Understandable.
Yes, 4. So it is.
All
Your
right.
intelligence is now 15.
The
Okay.
big one was changed as well.
Yes, that does it automatically.
Oh, hey! Wow! Okay, they made her smarter.
Yes.
She
So
said, "I simplify it for me." He said, "Okay." Gives her
Yep.
something to make it even smarter.
Yep. So he will still simplify it, but it is what he would simplify for a lab assistant. So basically, he goes into. It is a long diatribe with a lot of technical jargon still, but it's the simplified version of the jargon. And so DNA is what makes up everyone. It is what gives the information for us to become who we are. A clone would not be any more than a simulacrum, a magical manifested creature that has a temporary life. He goes through the whole explanation, and so we are currently doing research on diseases, mutations, and, well, what made us us. He has a, you can't see it, and I did it out here, but he makes a sweeping hand gesture, like encompassing all of the uplifted animal kind.
Well, it just kind of nods for a second. Like she looks a little skeptical still. Like obviously, like her entire being is meant to be on guard at all times.
Mm-hmm.
But she does understand it a bit better. And I think that she would just kind of blink for a second at him and just. So there wouldn't be any defamation to any of our characters if you were to make these clones.
No, nothing would leave this lab. Unless there's another containment breach.
Another.
Well, he points to the shattered glass with the suit of living armor hanging out of it. Yes, it got feisty when we tried to integrate it with one of our people.
Ooh. I'm sorry, is he saying the armor did? Or
Yes.
that whatever was
It
trying...
is a suit of living armor. And he was
Tell me
wanting to
more
put
about
your clone in it, or put you in it.
Tell me more about this armor.
So, we're not sure if it is possessed by a spirit or if it is magically controlled, but the armor can walk by itself, wield a weapon by itself. But if it's worn by a creature that is powerful and they can contest its... Well, basically, if they can fight it off its mental effects, it can enhance their strength and enhance their reflexes and allow them to move faster while also having basically eyes in the back of their head.
I'd like to think that Rosabella's ears do perk up a little bit and like kind of twitch with the interest. But she just kind of looks at Echo like,
Echo, you
almost
do know what living armor is.
also, I just need to point out that the lullaby is actually really kind of nice.
Yeah. I just picked a playlist.
I love it. I love it. Fits for down here for some reason. It's okay. Would it hurt me?
No, it is armor, and it is inert right now as long as it's within the fog. But, as I did say, it does have a mental component. It will try to take over your mind.
My concern is that even if you make a clone of me, or any of us, so to speak, it still would not be me.
No, it would not have any of your memories. It would not have any of your... It would only have your latent abilities. Nothing that you have actually trained and practiced for. It would essentially be a child.
Yes, but that's the point. It's not going to be able to outwit this armor. It's not going to be able to beat it, per se. It doesn't have the mental capacity or strength that I have as well.
Well, no, of course. We intended to raise it here in the lab until it was mentally... until it had the mental fortitude to take on the challenge.
Rosabella's just kind of like staring off at the distance where the army would be, because she would be able to see it, right?
Yeah, I couldn't show it here, but it's actually hanging out of the glass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, golly, she doesn't need to do it. Tell me she doesn't need to do it, somebody.
Roll a d2.
Oh, go, good. Okay, okay. It'd be /roll space D2.
Yup. Heads you do, tails you don't. Heads you do.
Is what heads do. Okay. She's gonna look at it, look back at it, and just let me try.
Very well.
God, he has to be so pleased.
Alright. Yeah, the assistant rats come out and pull this large suit of full plate armor out.
Hold on. I'll move her in a second. It's cooperate. Cooperate. There we go. Ugh. Nope, that's... come on. What is wrong with my computer today?
I'll move you.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, no, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
You had it as I was dragging it over.
Sorry. See if you can move it now.
I was just on pan instead of like
Okay. Yep.
clicker. So instead of like select mode, I was on the pan mode,
Right,
and
yeah.
so it was letting. Oh, this is gonna be fun, y'all. Hopefully Rosabella does not die or go insane, or you know, any of the sort.
I could probably boost some of your stats.
If you have anything to boost her, go ahead and give it to her.
I will take all the help I can get for science.
Can we use like regular D&D spells?
Yes. If you're the level to cast them, yes. Basically, because of the artisan, it would be wizard or bard spells.
Yeah, I'm level 7.
Actually, I think there's something in the artisan handbook that allows you to... Let me see 1 second. Sometimes this book is a pain to navigate through.
If only Rosabella could use like that burst of energy that she has on herself.
I thought you could.
I mean, it doesn't specify that I couldn't, but it also says I can't specify. It doesn't specify that I can.
If it doesn't specify that you can't, I would say that you can.
Gains advantage on all attack rolls and Constitution saving throws, which I'm assuming I probably will have to make a Constitutional saving throw.
No. It's mental effects, so it would be wisdom or charisma.
Am I good at either of those? Oh, wisdom 13, charisma 12. Okay, that's not bad.
So basically, you would want, like, bless or something of that nature.
Oh, let's hope it goes with charisma, because charisma and constitution are my good ones. So...
Hmm.
Let me see. What do you have that can help? Sorry this is taking so long.
Okay, we're just trying to make sure Rosabella doesn't die. It's okay.
Yep. You do have Dispel Magic, which would help if something goes wrong.
which would stop the everything at once. It would probably like shoot
Yeah.
it off or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take it off of you.
It probably still caused Rosabella to probably pass out, but all in all, I would rather her mental state be saved than her passing out. It's whatever.
Okay, yeah, basically, unless you've got a boost ability like Bless or something like that, anything that gives you a bump to saves, you're not really going to be able to help much. Trying to figure out on the magic armor?
Eh, those for a spell.
What spell?
Just help her.
Oh, no, you have to have the. You want to know what spell. Gotcha. Um. It's being slow. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I don't see anything. It would need a shepherd.
Well,
You don't have any The only spells you have could help her after the fact, not beforehand.
yeah. Well, I can probably multi-class.
You can, but not right now. Not until you level up. So right now, the only thing you have that is helpful at the moment is Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, Rosabella, it takes you about a minute and a half to put the entire suit of armor on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it is inert, it's not fighting you physically.
Mm-hmm.
But then the whispers start.
Oh god.
Only you can hear them. It is whispering in your ear, in your mind's ear, about how it can grant you great power and great ability, how it can do everything and destroy all of your enemies, how if you let it use your body, it can help you rule the world. Go ahead and give me a charisma save. Ooh, not bad.
Okay, I think Rosabella, because even though she knows well, no, I think it's more of a mental thing where she's kind of like, I mean, on the outside, they can probably see her kind of like squint a little bit, but then kind of like roll her eyes as she just thinks to, I guess, the suit. That she's just, why would I need to rule the world? That doesn't sound that interesting to me. Power, I gained that on my own. I don't need you to be strong.
So,
I'm already strong enough.
as you pass the first check, You hear all the rats in the building start to hum.
Mm.
Yeah, it is a discordant melody that does not seem to have any real significance. It seems to be religious in nature.
Hmm.
The armor tries another tactic. It is going to reach what feels like dark tendrils into your head, and it feels like it is physically trying to take over your body. Go ahead and give me a will save, a wisdom save.
Okay. Okay.
You can use a card.
Take it. I told you this one was gonna be fun. Okay. 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 One more card. Should I use the card? I probably should use another
That's up
card,
to
right?
you.
Let's use another card. We'll just use the other card because if it happens, it's meant to be.
She is not dying. So,
No, that was
yeah.
the the dispel.
Oh, dispel magic.
Well, hold on. She's not dying.
No, you are not dying. It is not harming you physically. Right
It's
now,
been-
it
How
doesn't.
bad is it mentally?
So it's like it's looking through your brain. Basically, it's using your brain as a card catalog.
So it's searching through it.
It's searching through your brain. It's trying to wrest control.
Okay, can I? Ooh, it wouldn't be a constitutional save, right?
No, it would be another charisma save. You basically have to force it out either by sheer will or by the sheer force of your charisma.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. She's. I think even though she's probably like right now looks very uncomfortable. I don't know if she'd be screaming because Rosabella isn't that type, especially if it's not necessarily hurting her. But she does look very uncomfortable and probably like would bring her hand to her face, like and touch her temples as she's just kind of like trying to fight this thing back. And I think she does have a paw out just to like he like pause, like don't do anything yet. Don't do anything yet. Don't stop it yet. Because it's still early. How many times can she do this? How many times
Okay.
can she do
There are normally 5 checks. You can either choose wisdom or charisma. You have made 3. You have 2 more checks.
Okay, we'll do another one. I'm gonna stick with doing charisma. What?
So you hear in your mind, Rosabella, I have what you need. Let me take over your body.
Alright. She's gonna like I think her eyes will kind of open a little bit as she looks at Echo and just gives like holds one finger up of just kind of a one more chance. And if it doesn't work, get it off of me.
Alright? So, I am going to let you do something that normally doesn't happen. I am
Okay.
going to let you make, for your last one, a constitution save.
Okay. And that would just be right on
Just-
Constitution,
Yep,
right?
just straight constitution, yep. Okay. So, there is a screech in your mind. It is painful and very disconcerting. You are confused and a little bit nauseous at first as it roars in your mind, like basically a child having a tantrum and throwing all of the books and things off of a table. Essentially, there is a moment of intense, just psychic noise, and then it subsides. And you hear,
I'd like to think.
you hear in your mind, fine, we'll work together, but I'm going to keep trying.
I think out loud, Rosabella would just say, "Well, you keep on trying then." And she just, I imagine that in that time frame of what happened, she might have been brought down to a knee, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because obviously that it was loud. It was loud. It was all like very overwhelming, very overstimulating, and I imagine her hands probably actually covering her ears. And as like she says that, her hands come back down as she's just kind of panting a little bit. She looks tired. She looks exhausted.
Oh, absolutely.
She just had like a mental fight, like very, very tough mental fight just now. But she just kind of looks up at I guess, is the white rat still in front of her?
Yeah, he is. Well, he is still keening.
Keening.
The humming musical thing they've been doing.
She just kind of looks at him and cocks her head to the side and just, well, what now?
As you say that, one of the assistants scurries forward, clips a few strands of your fur, and echoes, runs off back into a corner and starts separating them, each individual piece of fur that they've clipped. And he looks at you and, keep what you've taken. We will assist you when the time comes.
Rosabella would stand up finally and just, by the way, next time you cut my hair without my consent, I'll have your head.
They nod. And yeah. You do also notice, Rosabella, as you stand up, there are a few drops of your blood on the floor from where your nails dug into your palms.
I imagine it might be in her ears too, because I mean,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though it wasn't like physical, like I imagine she is probably bleeding at the current moment.
Oh,
I imagine she just
absolutely.
looks at it and just, oh, that's great, I guess. Wasn't imagining that I'd be bleeding, right?
I can heal it.
He can heal you.
Rosabella would look at him and just, please.
Yeah, that is enough for this. Technically, you didn't lose any stamina points, but it is enough to get the
Well, she's
bleeding to stop. And
Yeah, she's not dying. It's just, flesh wound.
it's like a paper cut.
It's a flesh wound. Just a paper cut.
But yeah, they let you know you can keep everything they've given you here. So you still have the Laurel of Intellect, and you have the Living Sentinel armor.
I imagine she just kind of looks at the armor and just, because it's a mental game, talking to this thing. It's not a verbal thing. It's a mental thing where she's just look forward to working with you.
Yes.
But she also looks at the rat and just, so you'll aid us.
Yes, we will aid you. We have what we asked for, and you have something that will aid you in your fight. We are not combatants, but we will aid you with supplies and materials.
Rosabella just nods and just turns to Echo and just, anything else you need?
Mm.
because if not, I really would like to go back home.
So I didn't hear what you said there before. Did you ask Echo if he can teleport you home?
No. She said, like, is there anything else you need? And then whenever he went, she goes, because if there's not anything else left here, I really would like to go home.
Yeah, no, this is the whole thing. They basically wanted some more lab, and basically they wanted experimental resources in order to help you.
Okay.
They reached out to Echo because they follow the people that are in the schools of magic.
Which it was smart. I mean, science, magic. Rosabella was along for the ride and ended up with some mental trauma.
Yes. All right. So yeah.
She's very exhausted. I would like to walk home now.
So, as soon as you leave the underground laboratory 01, your fatigue immediately melts away from your body. It feels like you're not even walking under your own power. As soon as the suit of armor that you're wearing leaves the fog that has been dampening it, it's like you're riding in a car. Just, you're not moving under your own power. It knows where to take you home, and it's walking for you.
Rosabella herself still feels exhausted, but the suit of armor feels great.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, it is moving for you, and you notice that its colors are shifting to your favorite colors, Rosabella.
Honestly, I think it's really cool for it to be like, she's a white Pyrenees, so I feel like having, like, I don't know what color her favorite color would be. I want to say yellow, but I feel like yellow would look very odd on a suit of armor.
I mean,
Maybe...
if it's red and yellow, it's going to look like Iron Man's suit. I'll tell you that now.
Ooh! Okay, what are the Pomeranian colors?
We are, I believe, blue and silver. I could be a liar here.
That is determined by you, so if you say blue and silver, it's blue and silver.
Either blue or silver or blue and gold. Take your pick, Talon.
Either one is fine.
1 second, rolling a d20. Well, rolling a d2 for me. If it's 1, it's blue and silver. If it's 2, it's blue and gold. If that rolled. Okay, blue and silver.
Okay, then I think Rosabella... Does it shift all the time, or does it just shift once?
No, it'll shift in anytime you tell it to.
Okay, for now, it'll be the blue and silver.
Okay.
I'm just imagining this Iron Man suit on Rosabella, and that sounds very intriguing. I'm just saying.
I actually have an image for this.
Oh!
So, yeah.
Why are you doing this?
It's in general.
Oh! Nice. Roosevelt looks so good on with that. She looks so good.
So it has everything except for the arc reactor in the chest. But yeah, so it takes less time to reach the manor than it took you to get here. Because the suit is walking for you and it is keeping pace with Echo.
Okay, cool. Because once they get back, Roosevelt is going to in fact take the armor off.
Yeah. You try.
Roosevelt just kind of sits there for a minute and is just off.
As you say off, it will retract, and you are now wearing a blue belt, a silver necklace, and a blue and silver cape.
Can you do it without the cape?
You hear in your mind, mass dispersion. I have to go somewhere. Would you prefer boots and a cuirass?
Could you be a bracelet?
There is a momentary pause, and then 12 bracelets appear on your arm.
Really? 12? You have to do 12.
Mass.
Rosabella kind of sits there. What about some earrings?
2 of the bracelets disappear, and you now have earrings.
Just 2? You do more than that one.
There is an image of your head. In your head, it basically looks like Rosabella is wearing punk earrings. Do you wish to look like this?
Distribution, right? We'll figure this out. Fine for now. I'll figure it out.
Oh, so
I
yeah.
imagine that Rosabella just... The cape was just too much, okay? The cape was just too much.
I do understand, but I do have to distribute my mass.
I understand. So I have to wear you constantly now.
No. But I have to wear out so much energy before you can take me off.
Well, I can just force it off.
Rosabella just shakes her hand and just, no. If this is a partnership, then what can I do to help you?
Well, because I have been in stasis for many years, I am essentially what you would call overcharged. If you wish to use up my energy stores, you're going to have to use me.
So, sparring.
Would work. How do you feel about sparring with... There's a quick mental pause, and 37 combatants?
Rosabella herself feels like she's feeling exhausted. Rosabella herself. As she just, I'm assuming you take over for that?
Yes. You can actually sleep, and I will do all the work myself. Don't worry.
I don't know if I actually trust you, but you did try to take over my body after all.
I mean, I am technically sentient. It's kind of annoying not having an actual body, although you are quite warm.
Well, that's why a partnership works, not a dictatorship. I'm not saying that I'm going to outdo you or anything. You help me, I help you. That's how a partnership works. So just don't take over my body and I won't put you back with the lab rats.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh, where are you? Hello, where are you?
It is,
There it is.
Yep,
I got it.
persuade.
God, can I use somebody? Can somebody please give me a card, please?
You would have one mine.
I'm struggling. Today.
By the way,
Take
yeah, by the way,
I have been-
about this point, Rosabella and Echo have returned to the main room of the manor.
As Rosabella is just talking to herself. I don't even know if she's doing it out loud anymore. She's like having conversations.
I feel like it's a
Whether
roll
it's
to
out
see-
loud or not, you know what? No, honestly, we'll leave it at that. If Talon says one day that it's out loud, then you know you guys hear it. But
I think it's a
She
mixture.
has-
Like, you mumble some of it to yourself, but most of it's internal.
Yeah, I feel like there's a decent chance. Also, Jess, I gave you a card. But I feel like there's like a decent chance Alexandria is still just upstairs doing paperwork. There's like a
Oh yeah, no,
solid.
absolutely.
There's just
Listen.
like as a solid chance.
This is the headcanon I've come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Darcy has learned the spell catnap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
against his will, he's casting it on Bayo. So she's getting a full night's rest on 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
And he had
By the
to
way,
figure it out because if he didn't do it, they could all see me. A lot of habits they would have to undo for me.
Oh, absolutely.
So he
by the way,
figured
I've come
this was the best way to handle me.
Yep.
Lord.
I love that.
Yep.
I love
Absolutely.
that.
Okay, so yes,
everybody.
you do hear in your mind, I have never had a partnership before. I will relent. I will not take over your mind, as long as you can use me properly and in a glorious manner.
Rosabella smirks a little bit. Like, she probably looks crazy, but she's just smirking and she just says, oh, well, we do have a war coming up.
I am intrigued. Also, you will not have to fight this night. I will activate my entire suit and I will show you what I can do. And the
Color
suit
hand.
reappears on you, Rosabella. You do hear, you may want to go outside.
Yeah. By the way, as she's walking out, and she actually says this out loud, she just, by the way, what do you think about four earrings on each side? Maybe 3 studs in each ear, and then hoops,
I
and
can
then
do that.
2 bracelets on both wrists.
I can do that.
That way, distributed. And honestly, we'd look pretty great.
Alright, so yeah, it agrees with that. And
As they just walk out!
yep. You get outside, and as soon as you clear the eaves of the house, the suit bunches up under you and launches you 60 feet in the air.
Fellas. I imagine there is a screech.
Oh, absolutely. Alexandria, there is a
Yeah?
blue and silver suit of armor flying past your window.
I like to imagine Alexandria just is like working on paperwork and just like snaps her head up. And I think she just looks towards Sebastian, looks back to the window and just, did you see that?
Yes?
Do you hear the screaming?
Yes.
Can she pick up whose screaming it is? She's been with Rosabella for so many
yes,
years.
Absolutely.
To be fair, you also rarely hear Rosabella scream. Very rarely does Rosabella scream.
Unless
So
it's a battle scream.
this is startling.
I think Alexandria just kind of jumps and then just pushes herself up and just, that isn't supposed to happen. Right, Sebastian?
I'd like to imagine that while that's being said, you're also hearing Rosabella scream, did you really have to do this? Did you have to jump this far? It's so high!
This is not even my full jump height. I have to...
Oh god!
Yeah, as the sound is cut off, mentally and physically, as there is a bubble surrounding you now, like a full spell shield bubble. As you land, perfect superhero landing style, by the way.
And they look perfect, but Rosabella's going,
I like to imagine that's about the time Alexandria just went booking it down the stairs, told Sebastian,
Yep.
like, possibly the god, and then just took off running and just went all the way down, throws open the front doors, sees Rosabella, and just...
So, speaking of that, as you throw open the front door, the armor, Rosabella, you just hear, powering down, and the suit just falls off of you.
Rosabella, by man!
Rosabella just looks at the suit of armor and just... And she just falls down.
Alexander's like running over, just like that, like immediate innate fear, and then she just slowly like sinks down, kind of cups Rosabella's cheeks, and just, what did you get into?
Yes.
I want to know if Brianna
Yes.
is aware.
You heard
Okay.
it.
I like to think the only thing Brianna knew at this point in time, Your Majesty, there is this contraption of silver and blue flying through the air heading towards the Pomeranian Manor, and that's all I had to hear. And the next thing everyone hears is there's a boom of thunder, right? And then I'm there.
Yup.
You know, and then there's a Bixby's hand. Where's the flying blue contraption?
No.
Rosabella was just about to explain.
Yeah, as Bayo is showing up, here comes Lily carrying a Pomsky puppy. Through the gates, like running. Okay, what the hell was that?
Rosabella's just turning. Everybody just tired.
That answers nothing.
Yes, what she said.
Can we get inside first? Don't touch the armor. She holds a finger up to Veo and just, it's mine. I worked for it. I worked for science for it. It's mine.
I think Bayo likes so too. The silver and blue contraption is then not a threat to Pugmire.
Maybe a threat to me at some point, but not to Pugmire.
I think I like.
Like you have it.
She stands up finally on wobbly legs a little bit and just kind of looks at Lily, looks at the suit of armor, and just to the suit of armor. Could you not have at least stayed on my person and just done some kind of whatever? Now I have to pick you up and take you inside.
I snap my fingers and a giant big bee's paw shows up. I could pick it up.
Yeah, you can lift it up quite easily.
And then I have the horse pick Rosabella up and we all go inside.
Yeah, I like to imagine there's like that look of concern shared between sisters because Rosabella's just talking to a piece of metal on the ground.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And then I think Alexandria, like as she's standing up, as like Bayo's like getting her inside, she like looks towards Lily and just, why do you have a pup?
Well, it was Brenda Jane and her husband just had a baby, and it was during the naming ceremony, and everybody in the Branch family heard the scream, and of course I've got to come and investigate.
But you bring the child into possible
the baby
battle.
is just giggling, by the way.
Lily, I understand panicking. I do. But don't come running into possible battle with a pup.
I forgot I had him in my hands.
His mother is going to be freaking out.
Yeah, I should get back.
You should. I'll handle her. I'll send a missive to you this evening. Just go.
She turns.
Brianna, she like slides her hair. Anya, there is no threat. Please tell the guards to relax. It is fine. Don't worry about it. Love you.
Meanwhile, Rosabella's over here, like being carried by a horse, just be like, I could walk. I can walk.
Yep, you are brought into the house. The armor is brought in. Yeah. This is hilarious.
Okay, and I assume that they're gonna play. You know what? Where are we going? Going into a couch? We go into Rosabella's room, or where are we going?
Can I just imagine you get dumped in the sitting room? I feel
Oh
like
no,
the
we
horse-
went to the kitchen. And then
You brought a
Brianna...
horse in the kitchen.
The horse put Brianna down and then disappeared.
Okay.
Drag her into the kitchen, shove a cup
Yeah.
of coffee in her hand.
Yeah.
Rosabella just sits down and just. It's a long story. It's not really that long. She looks at Alexandria and just. You know, you might be right.
Well, I'm always right.
For some
but,
reason, it's always me, isn't it?
It really is always you. What did you get involved in?
Science.
Science does not elaborate in any capacity.
Alexandria, at this point in time, both you and Bayo would notice the laurel headband on Rosabella's head.
Can Alexandria just... Does she know anything about laurels?
Probably
Nano.
not.
Cool. I think she
Nano
just
appears.
looks...
Anna, what
Yeah.
can you tell me of this?
So
Tell me
that is a synaptic enhancer.
Okay, tell me more.
There is a momentary pause. You put it on your head and it makes you smarter.
Right.
I would point at the suit. Nano, what is that?
That is a Sentinel armor Mark 9. It was used during the last conflict of man.
It's mine now. Well, I don't want to say that. We're kind of in a partnership. Honestly, it's really cool.
I will, at a later date, give you all the specifics of it, but considering that you have just bonded to it, you are probably physically drained.
Yeah. Rosabella looks a little like, at this point, I like to imagine that she looks tired. She just looks so tired, y'all. She stands up again wobbly and just,
Make me a con save as you stand up.
okay. Hold on. I gotta go back up. Either way would be cute.
Yep.
15.
You can finish saying what you're going to say.
I can make it to the bed.
As soon as that leaves your mouth, you are out cold.
All right,
Slumping to
Big
the
B's
floor.
hand catches her.
Hunk shoe.
Yup.
She's asleep.
And with that, we are going to call it for tonight.
Good session.
Yeah.
Always Rosabella.
Always
I like to
Rosa-
think how you didn't mention where Echo was.
Yup.
That conversation literally just happened. Alexandria is saying, "You always get yourself into trouble," and Rosabella, "Nah, not really." Gets into trouble.
Yeah, and Alexandria like had like a nice day. She had like 2 cups of coffee and a cup of hot chocolate, and like a really nice like fancy lunch, and made plans with Frankie for later that week. And like I just had like a pleasant day, did some paperwork, and then Rosabella's over there getting into trouble. Like, who really is to blame here?
Hey,
All right.
now Rosabella has a very awesome partnership. It's great, right?
All right.
How
thank you,
far away
everybody.
is Echo?
He is still here.
Yeah.
Is actually, yeah.
No. As in, like, when the suit took
Oh, when it
Rosabella.
Yeah,
I would like to imagine that Echo literally was just watching it happen and just kind of laughing about it and maybe
Yeah.
writing something down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I witnessed everything.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening, and have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.